Hey, what's up guys? This is Super Saiyan Prodigy 1221 here, or you can go and call me Andres or by nickname Andy. And today I want to start a series on tips, tricks, and rulings you should know when it comes to the Phantom Knights deck. I was a little bit inspired by the DB Grinder, who occasionally uploads videos regarding rulings and tips you should remember when you're playing against competitively in the meta. One of his big tips I learned from him is remember that if your Ignister opponent, activates AI Michu and doesn't special summon out the monster they revealed from the extra deck, they take 2,300 points of damage. Like, a lot of people forget that, and I'm one of them. And then, so I wanted to do similar to his videos, but more Phantom Knights focused. And so here I am, going to talk to you guys about specific rulings in regards to virtual matchups, since I had this come up a couple times in my DB rated matches. So when it comes to droplets and Shirabini, so when it comes to droplets, when you're facing down a Shinshin, you can't use any of the cards you have on field, since you cannot pay cost in order to activate the droplets, since all your cards from the field are being sent to the graveyard instead. But then you have Shirabini's passive effect, where let's say if your opponent still hasn't activated the Shushi and you had your two Phantom Knight monsters on field, you're like, okay, I'm going to set a card, play around the Shushi, and then when I bring out Shirabini, you're going to try to pop it, but I'm going to protect it. Then your opponent argues, oh no, you can't do that because Shirabini has to send to the graveyard. But what do you guys think? Go ahead and pause the video, think about it, and come back. Alright, so you actually can use Shirabini's passive effect. It seems weird that you shouldn't be able to, right? Because it specifically says that you're going to send the card to the graveyard, right? But Shirabini effects that sends cards from the field to the graveyard, it doesn't have a cost. So you try to resolve that effect as much as possible. It's not like Droplet where it directly has a cost. It's just a passive effect. So you are allowed to send a card from the field to the graveyard. It's just going to end up being banished instead by Shirabini. So that's one of the rulings. I guess technically two of the rulings I have for you guys today. Let me go ahead and get started with the other one. Alright, and then here I got another ruling. Tip when it comes to Break Sword and when it tries to pop a card your opponent controls. So let's say, for example, you're trying to pop an unknown set right here that you don't know about, and then even if the target is removed from the field that Break Sword originally targeted, it will still try to resolve as much as possible. So even if the target's no longer on field, it'll still blow itself up and you can attempt to activate its effect in graveyard to bring back two Phantom Knight monsters back on field. So even if they went, like for example, Shushi pop their own set to try to avoid, or they think that's how it works, you're still able to blow itself up and then get back your monsters. Also, another thing too is once your Break Sword attempts to use it as its effect and target your two Phantom Knight monsters to bring back on field, and let's say your opponent attempts to use DD Crow on one of them, it'll still bring back one of your Phantom Knight monsters because it says them, so it tries to resolve as much as possible. So even if they, let's say, banish your Torn skills, you'll still be able to bring back the boots. So that's just a small little tips and tricks. I hope this video helped you guys out. I think I'll be doing more tips and rulings questions when I have it come up more, or I have some kind of weird interaction when it comes to Dueling Book Rated. But I hope this was helpful to you guys. Let me know any more strange ruling questions that I can help clarify with you guys for the deck. And then until then, see you guys later.